Good morning, everyone. I think we'll get started. It's 9:30-ish. Today we have Mark Griffith with Lebanon Seaboard to give his presentation. Mark?
Yes, good morning, everyone. Thank you all for those who are participating in this. I hope some of it helps you. Some of it may be redundant for those of you familiar with our product line. So I'm just going to kind of review everything as if people are new to this. So again, thanks very much. We're going to discuss a little bit about weed prevention, fertilizing, and also bird food. So, one of the questions that seems to come up a lot is, a lot of people don't realize who Lebanon is and how big they are and what kind of company they are. But we're a female-owned, privately owned business based out of Lebanon, Pennsylvania. As you're probably all familiar, we're a supplier of home lawn and garden products, which include Preen, Greenview, and Lyric, all predominantly made in the USA, and we have our own research and development department within our company. So again, as I discussed earlier, Preen, Greenview, and Lyric are our premier products. And again, who is Lebanon Seaboard? We're a leader in professional turf products. We are also one of the largest suppliers to the golf course industry for fertilizing and weed control. Proprietary biological and nutrient source provider. We do have our own types of active ingredients, including Mesa, Methex, Expo, and other ingredients that help our products work better. So starting off with Preen, as everybody's familiar with Preen, predominantly we have our red cap Preen, green cap, which is our fertilizer, and our natural weed preventer. And if you can see there, the little box at the top, we had to change the name of organic weed preventer to natural, and I'll get into a little bit of that. Preen market share, we have over 94% of the market share, upwards of 95%. So when people come to look for weed prevention, they know that Preen is where they need to look. And the power of the Preen brand has earned 95% market share, which I just mentioned. Nationally, it's the only brand in the category that spends to bring consumers to the category and build store traffic. And as you're all aware, advertising is key of what helps drive business and brings people into your stores. We're on all network TV, radio, video, and YouTube. So what is Preen? Unlike weed killers, Preen stops the weeds from germinating. The regular red cap Preen, which everybody's familiar with, lasts for up to 3 months, can be used on a variety of vegetables as well as ornamentals. And looking at the 3 different variety or sizes that are available is the shaker canister, the bag, and the pail. And the 31-pound bag is actually Arett's #1 selling item for those of you that are considering moving up from different sizes. And this is great for your landscaper base and great for consumers who want a value. Preen with plant food also. It prevents weeds and feeds plants for up to 3 months. Beneficial high-quality fertilizer for abundant blooms, increased yields, strong root development, and improved plant vigor. This is also available in the 3 different sizes, as you see there. What's great about this product, it's a perfect tie-in sale for all of your plants. If you sell a lot of nursery goods, whether it's flats of flowers, plants, trees, shrubs, it's a perfect product recommend as a tie-in sale because they'll be feeding their plants at the same time preventing weeds from growing. So again, Preen with plant food is safe for use around over 200 established flowers, vegetables, and trees. As I had mentioned earlier, we had to change the name. The active ingredient in this is 100% corn cob. Prevents weeds naturally for up to 6 weeks and safe to use around all established vegetables, herbs, and fruits. So again, this is for your truly hardcore organic consumer that doesn't want to use any chemicals or pesticides. It's a perfect product to recommend to them if they have a vegetable garden or just want to use a natural product. The difference being, as you see, the regular red cap Preen will last up to 3 months. This lasts 6 weeks. So there's a definite disadvantage for the amount of time that this lasts and how it works. But again, for that organic consumer, it's perfect. So why did we have to change it? New EPA regulations imposed on 25 listed products on February of 2016 had become effective February 26th, actually yesterday. The use of certified organic implies governmental endorsement and verifies that the product is certified organic by some recognized institution. So without that, we had to change the name. And Preen Organic, or I should say Natural Weed Preventer, comes in two sizes. As you're probably familiar, it comes in the 5-pound bottle and the 25-pound bag. One of the products that we did introduce last year, and a lot of people were kind of unfamiliar with it because it wasn't a big announcement, but we introduced Preen Weed Preventer plus ant, flea, and tick control. What's great about this product is it has a dual purpose. You can prevent weeds and also prevent insects. Great for tick control. So, you know, in most cases when you're treating your gardens for weed prevention, it's a perfect tie-in sale with that also to prevent fleas and ticks. The active ingredient is diphenfluor and bifenthrin. Diphenfluor, which, for those of you familiar, is controls weeds, and the bifenthrin is for the insects. So we do have some marketing support, mostly up in the Midwest, but we will be offering rebates on this product as well. And last year, for 2018, we introduced Preen Extended Control. So what Preen Extended Control is a dual action ingredient, for those of you familiar with Exacepan and also trifluorin. What this does is this helps the product last for 6 months as opposed to 3 months. So it stops weeds 2 times longer, 6 months, apply anytime during the growing season. Controls annual weeds, more broadleaf weed control, tested safe around more ornamentals, 345 shrubs, 126 ground covers, 99 trees, and 35 non-bearing fruits and trees. And that's one key difference between this. It cannot be used around any vegetables. Available last year, we introduced it in the bottle size, in the 4.93 bottle. This year, we introduced 2 new products, which you may have seen at the open house, in a bag and also in a pail. So what's the difference between Preen, Preen Extended Control, and Roundup Weed Preventer? If you look at safe around ornamentals, regular red cap Preen is safe around 469, Extended Control is 604, Roundup Weed Preventer 380. The big difference though is our product, the regular Preen, is 3 months, 6 months for Extended Control. You can use it max of 3 times a year. The Roundup Weed Preventer recommends you can only use it once during that annual period. And what this product is actually their Holtz product in a bag, which I'll get into a little more detail of what that is and the differences. So a lot of people always ask, well, how do you use Preen? And again, you know, everybody just assumes you sprinkle it on and you're done. So this is like a 6-step program that we direct people to use to make sure they're doing it properly. So in most cases, you know, you have a garden, you've either just planted plants or you have an established garden. You want to remove any existing weeds, scratch up the surface, probably in some cases put mulch over it, sprinkle Preen on top of the mulch, not on the bottom. A lot of times that question comes up, should Preen go underneath or on top? And it's on top of the mulch. 4, the most important thing is you water it in to activate it. And then throughout the season, you want to check and make sure that there are no additional weeds growing in, because that can happen. And then start with Preen again, reapply it. So our advertising, which is consistent with what we do every year, our television advertising will start in the first week of April and go through mid-May on all major networks. There will be a $3 rebate on regular Preen, $5 off on the Extended Control Preen. Goes from January 1st through May 31st. And this is an independent distributor rebate only. This will not be in any chains. These rebate header cards are available through your rep, or you can contact me directly if you have my email information. Again, all the major networks, comprehensive program, Free Yourself from Weeding, digital website. So Preen Lawn Weed Control, you know, let's not forget that we do have other products are available also for lawn weed control. And with Preen lawn weed control, the active ingredient is Trimex. So think of this as a dry weed be gone. It prevents weeds from growing for those people that do not use a liquid or want to be able to use a bag to apply the product. This is a perfect alternative for them. What's nice about this, or when you would use this, is say for argument's sake you just used your first application, step one, you're preventing crabgrass from going, but all of a sudden you have a crop of weeds. Well, you don't want to put a weed and feed down. You'll be applying too much fertilizer. It's a perfect time to use this product. We also have just a straight crabgrass control in the same instance. If you did not use your crabgrass control early on, you have crabgrass, can be applied 4 weeks later than other crabgrass preventers. Prevents crabgrass and 40 common lawn weeds. Also introduced last year was Preen One Lawn Care. And as you're probably familiar, there are some products out there now that are one-step products, or you put it down once and you're done. Well, the difference between Preen One Lawn Care is kills over 250 weeds, including dandelion, chickweed, thistle, and clover, time-release nitrogen, and controls for up to 8 weeks. It's available right now in a 5M bag. We're hopefully going to be introducing a 10M bag next year. So first, it stops crabgrass and other grassy weeds. Second, it tackles or kills 250 of your broadleaf weeds. So what's the difference between Preen and Turf Builder? Because this is a big item now with Scott's. It's a triple action fertilizer like Preen 1. So the number of broadleaf weeds controlled is 253 for Preen 1 and only 65 with the triple action Scott's. Now, I know Scott's is a big name and draws people into your store, but there's a definite difference. Where ours is a Trimec formulation, theirs is pendimethalin. So it's limited in the amount of weeds that it controls. And we are pre and post crabgrass control, where Scott's is pre-control. So Dimension versus pendimethalin. Wide application window, has more flexibility of timing with good results. Dimension kills young crabgrass and prevents over 250 grass and broadleaf weeds. Scott's triple action is narrow application. Pendimethalin prevents 65 weeds. And I'm not here to trash Scott's. Scott's is a great product. I just wanted to point out the differences if the questions come up. And then our Greenview 4-step program, for those of you that have our Greenview broadleaf weed control, lawn food, crabgrass, and fall lawn fertilizer. This is a proprietary ingredient that I mentioned early on in the program, in the presentation, that Mesa is a proprietary nitrogen that is exclusive to Lebanon. This is our product. So each granule of Mesa looks homogeneous and is composed of a tangle of Methex polymer. I know this is a lot of technical information, but basically what it means is that each particle is exactly the same, so when it releases nitrogen, it releases it all at the same time. The result is a single fertilizer that provides quick nitrogen green up on turf and lasts. So when you see the Green Smart technology label on our product, what does that mean? Better water intake for increased drought tolerance, reduced need for fertilizer, and Green Smart sets the stage for exceptional performance because it provides what the lawn needs. This year for Greenview, we do have our mail-in rebate. Purchase dates are from 2/15 through 5/31/19. And again, this is exclusive to the independent trade. This will not be in any chains. These are, again, available also through your Arett sales rep, or if you can contact me directly. Then we have our Greenview Fairway Formula line, which is technically a 2-step program. This is our best and highest grade fertilizer that we make. So it's 2 annual applications instead of a typical 4-step for those of you that want something simpler and easier to use, and for your consumers that don't want to worry about trying to remember to do it 4 times. Once in the spring and once in the fall. So what is our red bag weed preventer crabgrass? Has over 50% slow-release nitrogen, triple action formula, season-long crabgrass preventer, plus pre-emergent control in 1 application. And then our fall fertilizer is, again, over 50% slow release. We do have some point-of-purchase material signage available for you. as well as for the Greenview line. These are the items that are available. So as I mentioned, we were just talking about the two-step, the red bag and the orange bag, but we also have a straight lawn fertilizer and a fertilizer with crabgrass preventer. In Lyric is also, for those of you familiar, we are Arett's #1 bird seed product line. We try to pride ourselves on the type of seed that we get and also that we triple clean our seed. So it's handcrafted, waste-free, filler-free mixes. No red milo, no red millet, oats, or wheat. One of the things that we also introduced a couple of years ago is, if you're familiar with vacuum packing, if you go into a grocery store and you buy vacuum packed food, well, we are doing the same thing with our smaller sizes of Lyric, and this is to prevent any bug infestation. So there's little oxygen absorbers that are in each of our packages. If you do buy our bird seed and you see that the packages look shrink wrap, that's exactly what this product does. So it prevents any insects from getting in the bag. In our larger sizes, we have microperf technology, and these are also microscopic little tiny holes that are too small for insects to get into. Our premium selective mixes are designed specifically to attract most popular songbirds. As you see there, cardinal, chickadee, woodpecker, and finch. We also have premium variety mixes, Supreme, Delight, Fine Tunes, and Fruit and Nut. And our Supreme mix is also Arett's #1 selling item. And then we have our straight foods, which are sunflower, golden safflower, Niger seed, sunflower kernels, and peanut pieces. We also have POP available for our Lyric product as well, for those of you that are interested in putting up an end cap or having some type of point-of-purchase material at your bird seed sections. And that is it. I thank you all very much for those of you that attended today, and hope that you learned a little bit. And if you have any questions, feel free to get to me through your Arett salesperson. Have a great day.